Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Angelica from Roaming with the Richards, and I am here to bring you guys some Scarowinds updates. So with the new Cedar Fair and Six Flags merger, one thing you've probably been hearing about is the fact that most Cedar Fair parks, Carowinds included, are charging extra for house access during Scarowinds. This is a big change from previous years for Cedar Fair parks. This is something that Six Flags themselves, the Six Flag parks, have been doing for a while. And so you are able, with your season pass or day tickets, you are getting into Scarowinds like you would have before. But if you want to be able to walk into the houses or mazes, you're going to have to pay for the daily admission. Now, these can range anywhere from $10 up to, I believe, about $30 per day. You can do a combo ticket. For what I saw was about $55. You can get your day ticket as well as your pass to get into the mazes. But if you already have a season pass, then you would only need to pay the extra for the mazes. I know this is a big change from previous years. We're hoping that with the additional upcharge for the houses, that maybe that means they'll be able to put some of that money towards the event and do a little bit more with the houses, maybe have more scare actors, more special effects, things like that. So we'll see how they look this year. They have announced their lineup already, and I will go over some of the returning favorites and some of the brand new mazes that they're bringing here. On the mazes, we have returning the Tooth Fairy maze is coming back. Now this is where you see a haunted, creepy, twisted version of the Tooth Fairy story. That says it's located in Blue Ridge Junction. Typically in the past, that's been in that kind of that cut through where Nighthawk was, and you would kind of be going under Nighthawk. That's currently blocked off, so I'm not sure if they're planning on having it in that same location. Maybe that pathway there will be opened up a little bit again. We'll see. They are also returning with Paranormal Inc. This one, when they first introduced it a couple years ago, that was a really good house, and it still is. It was really neat. It was something that we hadn't seen before from Carowinds. Very unique, and if you guys, that is a must do here, since they're bringing it back. Very high quality house. Also returning is the Slaughterhouse. Now this one is a Carowinds classic, or Scarowinds classic. It's been there long as we can remember on Scarowinds. So you're going into the actual slaughterhouse, but they're doing more than just slaughtering pigs and cows here. And finally, also returning, but with a brand new spin on it, so we'll see how it looks updated, is the new Silver Screen Studios Director's Cut. So stepping into deadly films, aliens, vampires, and camping horrors. We did enjoy this one last year. It was very, very dark, like light-wise, very dark to walk through, but it is a lot of fun. So we'll see how the new updates to it look. And finally, new this year on the houses is Defex 2.0. Now, this is actually not completely new, because they did apparently in the past have a house called Defex. Now, this is going off of a Scorched doll factory, so I guess creepy dolls, and it's nice to see something classic coming back that I've never seen before. So I'm excited to see what that one looks like. Dolls can definitely be very creepy. So, you know, Annabelle, which it kind of makes sense because they are also doing a Conjuring activity, and I will get to that in a minute. But I'm excited to see this new Defex 2.0 haunted house. Now, before I start talking about the Conjuring experience coming, I wanted to go over the scare zones that they've announced. So Harvest Fear will be returning, and that is that 1950s festival, Harvest Festival themed area with scarecrows, and just overall a creepy, spooky spin on a Harvest Festival. That's going to be in the county fair area, which is fitting for that area. And then the Hollow is also returning to the Blue Ridge Junction. Now that is where they have the big creepy pumpkin faces and the big stacks of pumpkins, pumpkin vines growing everywhere. It's just like this creepy hollow feel. New on the scare zones, we've got Glitch, which is where a rogue AI corrupts reality and systems are crashing, and this is going to be in the Thunder Road area. So that's definitely a totally new theme that I haven't seen before, different from anything I've seen from Scarowinds yet in the past few years. So we'll see how that is. I'll be interested to see that one. Also new, we have the Cleaver Brothers Sideshow of Screams. Now they have done like a circus theme in the past. They have also done like creepy clowns. So we'll see how this one is. I do like the circus theme. You get a lot of like more brighter, colorful area rather than being so dark as like some of the other areas like Harvest Fear may be. So it's a little bit of a fun change of pace anytime you have a circus theme in a haunted outdoor scare zone. So that's going to be at the Carolina Boardwalk. Now, I did want to go over some of the shows that they've got returning this year as well. They've got the Wake the Dead show is returning back to the Carowinds Theater. Now, this is that murder mystery type of show where you can find out who murdered Franklin Earl Anderson Rochester. And the audience does play a bit of a part in influencing who did it. So that's a really fun show. We enjoyed it last year. I'm glad to see that it's returning at least for one more year, because I think that's definitely one that would be good for a couple of seasons at the very least. You also have the Awakening coming into the Thunder Road area. So you're going to be seeing monsters rising, flooding the streets in a terrifying park-wide invasion. I don't recall this show from last year, but it sounds like it may be like an opening show for Scarowinds. And I do recall them doing an opening show last year, so I'm thinking maybe it was something similar to that. The two new shows that I see they've announced, they have the Bonbons Burlesque Troupe. So that's going to be interesting to see. That's going to be in the Carolina Boardwalk. So it sounds like probably like dancing. And I recall we saw something similar at King's Dominion, I think, last year. So it'll be interesting to see that here and see Carowinds spin on it. And then finally, in the Thunder Road area, they have the Parade. So that is going to be like a techno type of show going on. It says it's new for this year. So it sounds like music, dancing again, and a lot of neon lights and flashing lights and things like that. So that one might be fun to watch, to see the different, like almost like a light show as well as dancing. So we'll definitely want to catch that one. So finally, I wanted to cover the Conjuring Beyond Fear experience. So this is brand new, something that's not been done at Scarowinds before. It is an additional experience, premium experience from the haunted houses. But it sounds like it's very interactive. You're trying to lock Annabelle back in her secure box, hunting down other cursed objects from the Conjuring universe. You're encountering the nun, the crooked man, the ferryman, all while trying to pretty much hunt down these artifacts and lock them away. So it's almost similar to like an escape room maybe, but a little bit different from that, because it doesn't sound like you're really trying to escape, but more so trying to capture these items. You have 3 different ways you can participate in this experience. You can either, 1, purchase a single entry for the experience for the date of your visit. You can also purchase a Haunted Attractions Express Pass, which does allow you a single entry to the experience on the night that you visit. Or you can add an all-season Haunted Attractions Express Pass to your season pass for 2025 or 2026, and that would give you a single entry to the experience on each night that you visit. Now, since we're talking about how to get into the Conjuring Beyond Fear, I wanted to also talk about how to get to the other haunted attractions. So you have a couple different options. If you have a season pass, you can purchase the all-season Haunted Attractions Express Pass. So that is season-long priority access to the haunted mazes. So anytime you visit with your season pass, you would be able to go into the haunted mazes. It also includes single entry to the Conjuring Beyond Fear for every night. It has to be added to your season pass, and you get priority access to haunted mazes all season. You can also purchase just a Haunted Attractions Express Pass, and that is a single night. If you only plan to go to Carowinds for one night, this may be the option for you. That one starts at $29. The all season starts at $69. For the single Haunted Attractions Express Pass, that one is, again, just for one night. And you do get an entry to the Conjuring Beyond Fear included with that Express Pass. And then the basic one, if you just want to get into the mazes, that's all you want to do, you can do the Haunted Attractions Pass. That one starts about $10. So that would be for the night that you go. You get unlimited access to the haunted mazes. Does not include your park admission, of course. And it does not include an entry to the Conjuring experience. Now, one thing we have noticed is that they haven't announced anything about any of the parades that they had last year. Last year, they had a Tricks and Treats parade that kind of transitioned from the daytime Tricks and Treats activities into the nighttime Scarowinds activities. And we don't see anything announced about that so far this year. So it seems like they aren't going to be doing the parades. They will still be having the Tricks and Treats activities during the daytime. This is the more kid-friendly, family-friendly Halloween event that takes place on Saturdays and Sundays. They will still have the trick-or-treating trail where you can do trick-or-treating in the park, the pumpkin patch where you can decorate pumpkins. Looks like they're going to have a mask maker's mash, so you can construct a mask to go with your costume there. A little bit of crafting going on. And then it looks like they're still going to have the Phantom Foam Pit where you can play in bubble foam. And that's going to be near Windseeker. So the Tricks and Treats is still going on. You can take your little ones there, and it's a lot of fun. Charlotte loves it every year. Also for the daytime, still happening, is Oktoberfest. They started this one last year as well. You can enjoy German cuisine, just overall festival feel, live entertainment and music, all German themed. So they have a keg tapping ceremony. They've got different yard games, color by numbers, a bratwurst eating contest, and authentic live music with polka bands and instruments there, making you feel like you've been transported right to Germany. Not to mention all of the different cuisine available, bratwurst, warm pretzels, and different things that they have treats during this festival. So basically at Carowinds, you have 3 different fall events to enjoy all season. We hope to see you guys here at Scarowinds later on this season. Now, the fall events do begin September 13th. Scarowinds actually starts the night of September 12th because that's a Friday, so it runs Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And then Oktoberfest and Tricks and Treats begin September 13th, and that is a Saturday. The last day to visit is going to be on November 2nd for Scarowinds. Oktoberfest runs through November 23rd. Now, if you guys do want to visit for these events, it would be a good idea to go ahead and grab your season passes now because, again, through the end of August, you can buy that season pass for your home park for Six Flags. Is either Carowinds, King's Dominion, any of the Six Flags parks, whatever park is closest to you, you buy that season pass, and that will grant you access for the 2026 season to all of the Six Flags parks. So that's 40 different parks that you would be able to get into with your season pass. It comes with the all park pass add-on. Typically that's a separate purchase. And so really for Carowinds, the Gold Pass is like $99. So you can purchase your 2026 season pass. You could get into the fall events this year already. And through all of next year, you can get into any of the Six Flags parks. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us for more theme park and travel content.